Alright guys, starting up a new video here for you. I am heading up to the mountains for Colorado third season rifled deer. Got a buck tag. And a little bit disappointed because the forest fires that have been messing with us this entire year and all of our seasons and kind of really messed up our archery and muzzleloading spot, and we had to try to find different areas, and the game were acting weird. Well, we thought the fire was more under control, and then this morning I was doing some research and where my cousin Josh got his deer last year. Check out that video, it's on Relentless hunting. But that spot where we saw multiple bucks that same morning is now closed again. So we are sort of back to the drawing board. We can go up there. We've got a few other units that are close to where we're going to hunt. So we're going to try to figure that out. So anyway, I'm heading up from northern Colorado. I've got to loop down through Denver and kind of hook back up into the mountains because the mountains are so big you can't just drive straight. So when I did my rifle elk hunt, me and Josh, we were both successful. So check out the videos there. He got a nice buck, he got a nice bull. And I ended up electing to shoot a smaller bull elk, actually a spike, because I got a really nice opportunity on him. And it'd been a pretty hard hunt up to that point. And my freezer was pretty much empty from last year's season. And so with everyone predicting COVID's on the rise and people are starting to act weird in the stores and kind of hoarding things again, I chose to go ahead and get my freezer full of meat, so that's why I got that smaller elk. But anyway, so my freezer level's pretty good. I'm planning on being a little more picky and trying to get a bigger buck this season. So at least for the first 2.5 days, the last half of the last day, that might change a little bit, but in this unit, in this season, we can shoot a spike even. All it has to have is antlers that are over 5 inches. So, but I definitely want to try to go ahead and get a nice big buck like Josh got earlier in the year in Wyoming. And Josh has got us a nice condo rented, same one we were in last year. So looking forward to some relaxing evenings there. But I'm excited to be headed back up to the mountains. I'm getting a little tired of all the bad news for 2020 and all the weirdness of the election that's taking forever to decide, and all the COVID-ness. And so good therapy is to get up in the mountains and get up on a tall glassing point and just look around at the nothingness and the beauty of Colorado and the vast openness. So that's where I'm headed.
Good morning. It's dark early. Getting some coffee and wake up. We are back in Colorado for our late season mule deer hunt, and we've been looking all around new areas because, again, a new fire that we didn't talk about last time that just showed up is making us go into new areas. So more e-scouting, more places we've never been to before. I think we have a game plan for this morning, so we'll see how it goes. What do you think, Dale?
I'm excited. We'll see. All right, we're gearing up for the day. Today I will be using my new to this hunting season 300 Win Mag. It's a Ruger. And I've got a Swagger bipod on there, Athlon 6-24 power scope, a couple magazines, and then my hand loads, same ones I got that spike elk with earlier in the year. The rest of this just kind of looks like a sporting goods store in here. 23 degrees outside, no wind back at our condo, and I can see stars, so hopefully it'll be a nice clear day for glassing. Just getting light enough to see, and we found that since this unit is closed, most of it, everyone was forced to come to the same few little spots. So 2 other parking spots we wanted to go to were full of 8 and 10 trucks. We came down lower, went to a hike in, get above and around all the madness. So probably a lot of walking just to get away from people today. There they all are. Well, guys, we made it up to this point. Glassed up some deer, but they're on a private ridge way over there. Too far to tell with binoculars if there's any bucks in there. I have to get the spotting scope out. Well, guys, we found deer all the way on private. Nice buck over there chasing those does around. The rut's getting going. And this is how far away they are. Way over there. What we need to have is a hunter on private come up and over that hill. People are over there. We got a good view of them on the phone scope here for you guys. There's a little herd of deer, and they're heading this direction. We think there's one buck in the patch, but I don't know if he's a shooter. We get a little closer, we'll probably be able to tell. Right now they're in the aspens. Some more deer over in a different game unit. Deer everywhere over there. It might even be private. So we got tired of glassing deer on private land, so we're making a move.
So we made it to a new saddle, and you can now see where fire retardant was dropped on top of this ridge during one of the many Colorado wildfires this fall. They were pretty devastating. There's animals still in here, so they obviously knew how to move around and get away from the fire. But it's gonna be different kind of woods to hunt from here on out.
Less and less people are up here. More and more hunters are leaving, and so we were able to claim one of these spots after one of the guys left. Just gotta Very good view. This first hill here is in range. Top of it 700 yards. We're just going to kick back here for a few hours. There's a buck down there. He's 760 yards away, but he's on private by 400 yards. Got about an hour of shooting light, so hopefully he's going to change his mind and come up this direction. Safe on private land. So we're going to try to walk out. Enough light, maybe we can still see one more.
Well, Dale, what do you think about the first day?
We tried. You couldn't try much harder than we tried. We got some good footage for you. It was a pretty nice buck and some does and a smaller buck. And they were very smart. They were just this morning 500 or 600 yards on the other side of the fence of private. After we hiked in a mile, it wasn't like we were just hunting on the edge. And we got back in there and there's some private land up there and the deer know where it's at. And then in the evening they started coming back out. Saw that buck again. They were heading that direction, but they got within about 150 yards of that fence, but they never would come across. So it was a good fun day. Good get the kinks out of your body or put kinks in, one of the two. We'll try it again tomorrow.
Alright guys, see you in the next episode.